They call him Seatin, the man of legends.
Hey guys, what is up? It is Seatin here. Hello and welcome to the Planebreaker Bastion Aftermath Chronicle Hardmode Guide, part number 2, with Tesni the Ravenous and also Mistress Inyra to look forward to in this very exciting live commentary video, which may be amazing or it may be pretty damn terrible and inaccurate. It's probably not going to be too inaccurate unless I die a lot, but it's going to be pretty damn awesome, hopefully. So, right in front of me I have Tesni the Ravenous, which is the third boss in this chronicle, and as you'll notice, throughout sort of her platform are 3 different bug mounds. Basically, these are used for an ability called Acid Splash, and when she casts this, you need to kill a bug mound to get basically an immunity to the Acid Splash, or you will die fairly quickly. So I'm going to start off by pulling this boss and explaining the tactics and what's going on fairly on the fly. So you'll notice when I pull this boss, I pull her towards the first bug mound. This makes it very easy for me to kill the first bug mound when she does the Acid Splash and also get the buff from it. You'll also notice she's casting an ability called Spew, which basically, if you get hit by, you're pretty damn screwed. So she's gone into a spitting frenzy at the moment, and you'll also notice an ad is up. Now, I'm going to talk about the ad quickly. The ad hits for an absolute shit ton. It just hits insanely hard, so you kind of need to focus all your DPS on it and get it down as fast as humanly possible, or it will devour through your health pool pretty damn quickly. So, and also the spitting mechanic that she was doing then, you just need to keep on running around while she's doing that to avoid the various puddles that are spawned, because standing in them will deal about 6k damage per second. Now, this is the one mechanic as an Inquisitor that really does screw me right up. So she summons a variety of spawnlings, or sort of little bug ads, and now the Inquisitor's AoE isn't terribly brilliant, so I often struggle to get these down, and then she's gone back to her spewing mechanic, and also summoned a rock ad. So personally, I find this the hardest of the bosses to do, because there is a lot to manage. As you can see, she just did Acid Splash then, so I quickly ran to a bug mound to get myself cured. Luckily, I did not take a single tick of it, because I was pretty damn quick on that bug mound, so I'm pretty happy and impressed with that. But as you can see, guys, all of these mechanics combined do make this a pretty damn hectic fight. I mean, I even died on the live stream to this when I was on Friday with Cole, because I sort of got too caught up with everything. So moving on to her last Acid Splash, hopefully I can get her down before that. But if that Acid Splash, or if she had been on a bit higher health, I would have just killed that hive, got the immunity for Acid Splash, and then raced back to the boss, because shortly after that she would have probably done her cleave. Now, after this boss, then you have a sort of miscellaneous gauntlet to go through. You need to quickly run up this ramp, click the hive. I'm sure if you're attempting this on hard mode anyway, you'll probably know the basic fundamentals of actually, you know, how this instance works and what to do. So I'll quickly accept that quest. Now, if you take too long to kill that boss like I did, because I was messing about with my recording settings, you'll have those 2 guys follow you, so you can't quickly mount up and run past them. But what you can do is tactfully fear them and then mount up. And what I do during this bit where all the architects are fighting, I just completely ignore all of them and run through, because I know when I get to the final chamber they are all going to reset, because as you can see they're pretty busy fighting each other. I probably want to turn off my Shroud of Agony though, because that'll actually aggro them, but providing you don't have any buffs on that deal AoE damage like I just did there. Bit of a stupid move on my behalf there, but you know, whatever. This is live, and this is raw, uncut Seatin noobiness that you're experiencing at the moment. So as you can see, I've only got like one of them following me at the moment, and when I get into the final chamber, that is probably going to reset. Well, hopefully reset anyway, but if not, I'll just quickly burn him down. It's not too much of a burden to bear. And when you get into the final chamber, what you quickly do is just AoE down these waterborne parasites. Fairly straightforward, and it looks like this guy is pretty damn perseverant and insists on coming for me for vengeance for hitting him with my Shroud of Agony. So I'm going to quickly take him down. I don't know if the Augmenter is targeting me. I don't think so. So it just reset after I killed that melee guy. So wonderful. So when you get into this last room, this is the chamber where you fight Mistress Inyra, as many of you may already know. I click the little orb to skip the roleplay, and as soon as she appears, you'll be able to click the red orb to activate the hard mode on this boss. Now, the hard mode is pretty much the same as the normal mode, apart from everything has double and a bit health, and goes and moves about 3 times faster, so it is pretty damn intense. But when you're soloing it, luckily, you always get the damage buff, so it makes it pretty damn controllable, which is pretty damn awesome. So at the start, I'm not popping any major cooldowns, just doing a bit of casual slack DPS, because I know if I do pop any major cooldowns, it's just going to be wasted, because she does that bubble fairly quickly into the fight. What I'll do then is, I know my limits on this fight, and I know I can only kill 1 empowering blob, so I will quickly nuke down 1 empowering blob and then go to the boss. You'll notice the kind of distance I'm standing from the boss. This is because she does an inner and outer ring pretty much as soon as she comes out of that phase, so you want to be at a distance where you can quickly go out or in, and then vice versa. So during this quick bit here, I'm going to pop some of my DPS cooldowns just to get a massive nuke on her quickly, and then try and get her down as much as possible in terms of health. So one of the other mechanics that she cast is Earth Blast. As you're seeing at the moment, this is very, very fast-paced, and you have to stay fairly near the boss when she's casting it, or you literally will not be able to make the run. She's sort of segmenting the room off, and usually sort of the segments alternate, but this isn't always the case. Sometimes she does sort of spin around, and you can get the same segment sort of 2 times in a row, so it's very odd in regards to how that segment thing works. So as you can see, another call to the plains, quickly nuke down 1 blob. Every blob phase, she's going to deal increased damage. So you that kind of adds an enrage timer to the fight, but I've really never got to the point, even when I was sufficiently worse geared, where it kind of became a threat to me. As long as you've got a few self-heals, literally like the blob phase gives you tons of time to top up on self-healing, so usually you are absolutely fine when it comes to that. And as you can see, guys, when I have that damage increasing debuff, I'm running out at literally the last second. I want to make the absolute most I can out of that buff, because it is really awesome. And you know, it maybe if you are a slightly lower geared player, you will come into a bit of difficulty with the damage if you you know, cleanse it too early and don't make the most out of that damaging buff. So, going back, we have a Death Burst, or the Inner Circle and Outer Circle mechanic, and we're going to finish her off. I've been given a Planner Overload, which is the massive damage buff once again, and we're going in for the final nuke. And presto, she's down. So as you can see, guys, with a bit of practice, it becomes a fairly easy fight. I can solo all of the Planebreaker, Bastion, Aftermath hard modes on any of my characters, and some of, like, for example, my Rogue and my Warrior. My Mage, they're not terribly good geared. They're sort of a mix between Expert and Tier 1 at the moment, so that's the kind of level you generally need to be, sort of between Expert and Tier 1 raid ready, to actually get into these Chronicles and solo them with relative ease. I'm not saying it's impossible in sort of fairly fresh 60 gear, because most of these fights don't really have enrage timers. It'll just be much more difficult for you to actually do that. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed these videos and found them somewhat useful. My name is Seatin once again. Feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, tweet this, retweet it, social media stuff and whatnot. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day.